So, hello everyone. We are preparing for the Chhattisgarh Public Service Commission and we are doing Geography of India module. Okay. So, with me, you are going to deal with this whole module and we have come with the question answer format. As you know, okay. Before moving to the question, let me tell you that we are doing agriculture. In agriculture, we are in the pulses series. That means we will cover all the important facts about the pulses. Okay. Now, we have covered the question number first, which was about the geographical factors. We have covered the question number second about the distribution of pulses and the key challenges this particular sector was facing. So what else we need to know? Nothing significantly different, but we will utilize all these information for writing this answer. The answer which we have to write, before knowing that, we need to know the question. Okay, so the question states, despite India being the largest producer of pulse, India still faces low-level equilibrium trap. And the question is asking us to comment. That means we have to give a comment on this particular statement. So this statement is given by whom? By nobody. I have framed this question. Okay. So despite India being the largest producer of pulse, we have again and again discussed that how India contributes 25% of the world production. Okay, it's 25. It looks like 26. So India contributes 25% of the world production. Still, India is not able to achieve the self-sufficiency in the pulse sector. Now, this is a problem or this is a major concern area. Why is it so? Because India, it is a country with the 45% population dependent on the agriculture. Okay. Apart from this, we also know we are among the largest among those countries which have large land area, right? Also, India is a kind of country where farmers are dependent upon the monsoon. So what kind of okay, so what I was discussing, okay, fine. So largest producer of pulse, India is still facing the low level equilibrium trap. So India is a country with largest farmer population. India is a country where agriculture is one of the most important activity. Then why the pulses sector is feeling or actually having this problem of low level equilibrium trap? Okay, let us just see quickly what all we have studied in the introduction lecture. I have told you about the basic things about pulses. Don't worry, we will answer this question very well. And we will also focus upon this keyword, that how this keyword need to be tackled. Before that, let us just quickly summarize what all we have studied till yet about the pulses. The basic introduction, some of the key facts about the pulses I have told you. The pulses that we actually grow in India. Okay. Apart from that, I have told you that this particular fact we need to remember. We will utilize this fact in so many of our answers wherever possible. Okay. If we have learned something, then we have to utilize it. Okay. So importance of pulses we have done. We have also noted that UNGA has declared 2016 as the International Year of Pulses. And I have told you earlier also, and again telling you that this particular fact can be used in while writing the introduction, while writing the final conclusion. Okay. Now moving to next, we have discussed about the production, demand, and supply of the pulses. We have talked about the basic facts, also some of the data which has been given by the Indian Council of Agricultural Research in their Vision 2050 documents of the pulses. So they have talked about the present production, present demand, present import, and the area under which pulses are being cultivated. Okay, why we need to know all of it? Because while writing the answer, the question was about India is being the largest producer of the pulse, but still it is facing the low level equilibrium trap. So before answering that question, we need to know all the problems that Indian pulse sector is actually facing. Okay. Then we have compared the productivity of India with the world, the consumption level, and what we need to know or what we need to do in order to achieve a healthy India by 2015. Okay. Apart from that, I had told you that main geographical factors which affect the production of gram and the tur. So most important things about the gram and also the geographical condition, primarily the climatic condition and soil condition, which is required for the cultivation of pulses or cultivation of gram in India. UN factors, and we have compared the data. Distribution of gram we have seen. I'm just quickly moving through it so that you know that all these things have been covered earlier also. in the previous lecture. So you can, if you are interested, you can go and watch those lecture also. Okay. So moving to next, we have the Tur. In the same way as we have covered the gram, we have covered the Tur pulse. Okay. And human factor in the Tur, distribution of Tur, issues and challenges. We have done a very good lecture. In fact, we have covered it like comprehensively, all the issues and the challenges that pulses are facing, or primarily the pulse sector or the pulse farmers are facing in the India. Okay, we will utilize all this information while writing the answer. Now, see, I think we have discussed the steps taken by the government, but still I would like to add that you can also write here the Pradhan Mantri Krishi Sinchai Yojana, which is also being done by the government. Okay. The third is the PM कृषि सिंचाई योजना. ठीक है, प्रधानमंत्री कृषि सिंचाई योजना. Under this scheme, government is trying to formulate a policy, or actually they have already formulated the policy in which they are going to provide irrigation infrastructure and the irrigation facilities in all those farming areas where irrigation facility is not available by constructing the infrastructure like dams, by providing the tube well network, also by giving them the micro irrigation facility. Okay, so all these things we can include in our answer. Now, so before actually going to formulate a structure for the answer, we first need to know what the question was. Question was about the low level equilibrium trap. The people who are from the economy background, they have done their graduation in the economy, or they have studied the syllabus earlier, they must be knowing what is low level equilibrium trap. And even if you don't know in the syllabus, at least you must be aware that in the 2 years back, the Economic Survey of India has stated that how India is facing the problem of low level income trap. Okay. In the same way, we are going to discuss the low level equilibrium trap. This concept was given by the Nelson R. Okay. What this concept says? It says that the economic situation of the country is such that the country which is facing the low level equilibrium trap, the situation or the economic situation of that country is such that per capita income, it is too low. It is that low that people do not have enough to save or to invest. That means whatever amount of income they are generating, they are utilizing the whole amount into the consumption expenditure, right? So they are consuming all of the income and they are unable to save or invest even a part of their income to the other things, right? Now, how we can relate this with the question? The question was about India is facing a low level equilibrium trap in the cases of pulses. How is it so? Okay, let us first understand this low level equilibrium trap. Let's say if we have a person, let's say person A, okay, so his income is rupees 10 and he is spending this income into 3 parts, into consumption, expenditure. He is saving a part of its income and investing the rest of it. Investment. In the consumption, we consume like food. Normally, in the day-to-day expenditure that we have to do, like for the food, for the fuel, for the education, that is called consumption. Okay. Saving, that we save something for our future in case there is sudden health emergency, or maybe let's say natural disaster suddenly come. So we need to save certain amount of money which we can utilize later on. Okay. And rest of the income we invest. So like in the stocks, in the mutual funds and some other kind of investments. Even if you do not invest in the mutual funds or stocks, it's fine. At least our family know one major investment source. And what is this? It is gold, right? So what happened? This person A is actually, his income is rupees 10 and he is consuming all of the rupees 10 here only. Okay, so this person do not have enough to save or invest. Okay, so whatever amount of income he is generating, all of it is being consumed in the consumption. Okay, now what happened? But he's still very enthusiastic. So he said, okay, I will increase my income to 12. So what happened? His consumption also increased to 12. But still he has little more motivation left. So increased to 15. but the consumption also increased to 15. So no matter how much income he is increasing, what is happening, he is unable to save or invest. That means this person A is facing the low level income trap. That means his income is low. Let's say suddenly he increased his income by 500. Then this problem would not come, right? Because then he will consume 15 or 20 rupees into the consumption. Rest of it, he will invest, save, right? But this is not happening. So what happens? This person has income which is at the low level, and he is being trapped in this cycle of income consumption, and all the income is being utilized into the consumption expenditure. Now, how can we relate this particular example in the pulses? What is happening? In case of the pulses, we have seen two things. First, we are increasing our production, or we are trying to at least increase our production. But at the same time, our population is also increasing. Okay, so what we have done, we increased our production a little bit more, but the population increased too much. We increased our production further, but the population increased, and so on. Okay, so the population is increasing way faster than what we are doing with the production of pulses. So what happens when it comes to the India, the primary aim of any country which is producing food grains, they actually want to do two things. They have two aims. What are those two aims? First, they want that their population should get the sufficient amount of pulse which is required. That means their demand should be fulfilled 100%. And secondly, if any surplus is left, they want to export it to the other countries. But what is happening in case of India? India is unable to fulfill the demand of its population. Leave the export. In fact, we are importing the food grains. Not for food grains, but pulses. Almost 2 to 3 million tons annually. Okay, so we are importing the food grains. Again, food grains, sorry, pulses. Okay, we are importing the pulses. So this is what is happening with India. So our production is very low. Our production is low. With this low production, we are unable to meet these two objectives. Okay, what we are doing, we are only able to meet this particular objective, that too not fully. So the same thing is happening, that was happening with this person, is happening with the India in case of pulses. The person was increasing his income 10 to 12, but the expenditure was increasing. The same is happening here. India is increasing its production, but the demand is increasing way more than the present production. So we are in a trap. We are trying to increase the production, but the demand increase way more or way faster. Okay, we are again increasing the production, then again demand increases. So we are not self-sufficient when it comes to the pulses. Okay, the country which is known for the green revolution in the sector of wheat, in the sector of rice, the country which is the leading producer of wheat and rice. In fact, we are exporting wheats to other countries like Afghanistan. You must be aware about it, right? Reading newspaper or not. Okay, but we are unable to fulfill the need of our country when it comes to the pulses, where pulses are the kind of crop which require very less investment. Okay, the climatic conditions are such that which is easily available. So this is what is happening when it comes to the pulse sector. So what should be the structure of this answer? The question was about commenting. Okay, the question was about that we have to, despite India being the largest producer of pulse, India still faces the low level equilibrium trap. I made you understand, I hope, that how India is facing the low level low level equilibrium trap in the pulses. Fine. Now, what we have to do? Comment. So, when it comes to comment, what exactly we need to do? Okay. So, what kind of structure of this answer is needed? I can erase it. You can take a screenshot. Let me get aside because I need this space. Okay. I hope it's fine. So, I'm erasing this. Fine. Let's start. So, the question was for the 8 marks. Never forget the number of marks which is being awarded to the each question, because this is what we need. We are concerned with the marks. Okay, nobody is interested in the pulses. right? No, we should be interested. Okay, knowing our country is a good thing. So 8-marker question, and we have given the 100 words. We need to know our word limit. Okay, so 100 words can be structured in a way you will write 3 paragraphs of 30 words each. Okay, still we are left with the 10 words which can be adjusted here and there. So we will divide our page into 3 parts, right? And here we'll write the 3 paragraphs. We'll explain in the first paragraph. Okay, also remember the keyword was comment. We had to comment whatever the statement was given. So whenever the question is asking us for the commenting on a particular statement, so what we have to do? Either we would be majorly agreeing with the statement, or we might get disagreed with the statement. So what we have to do? First of all, we will agree with the statement, because there is nothing to disagree. India is actually facing the low level equilibrium trap in case of pulses. So the examiner or the statement was saying that India is largest producer, but still it is facing the low level equilibrium trap. We will agree, yes, you are right. India is facing the low level equilibrium trap. We will explain, yes, these are the reasons. Okay, we have discussed the reason enough number of times. I'm not going to discuss it again. So agreed. Acha, if you want to see what was about it, so what it was actually, so you can go and watch the previous lectures. Okay, so we have to agree. We agreed that yes, India is facing the low level equilibrium trap. Secondly, we would disagree, because if we totally agree that there is no scope for introducing, or there is no scope for improving, it's kind of a very rigid statement that India is a low level equilibrium trap. India is in low level equilibrium trap. So we have to disagree. How we can disagree which is true from the statement which is actually true? We would disagree that in the recent years, the pulse production has increased, even if not significantly, at least marginally. Also, Government of India is focusing upon the Pradhan Mantri Krishi Sinchay Yojana. I have told you about the government's efforts that Government of India is taking. You remember this? Where has it gone? Okay, yes, this is the steps taken by the government. How the Government of India has announced the MSP. Also, the bonus for the pulses, that Government of India has included pulses in the National Food Security Mission plan, right? And the Government of India has also introduced Pradhan Mantri Krishi Sinchay Yojana. And one of the major problems that pulse sector was facing was about the lack of irrigation provision. So this particular scheme is trying to answer that. Okay. Also, the question about the problem about the fertilization, about the insecticides, pesticides, seed replacement thing, also the lack of facility or lack of technology in the seed, that is also being answered by this question, or sorry, this scheme. Okay, I have discussed this scheme already, so you can go and check that. So let me again tell you, this scheme is about, basically it is trying to incentivize farmer, or making them like well aware about the different existence of different scheme which will help them to grow more pulses. Okay, some kind of incentives is provided, different kind of technology is shown to them, and farmers are actually given new seeds. They are given different kind of fertilizers and pesticides to try, and it will help to increase the yield. Okay, so this has been actually discussed earlier, so I'm not going or dwelling deep into it. Fine. So we will, in the first, we will agree, we will disagree, and then finally we will give our opinion. Because first of all, you are agreeing, yes, you are, whatever you are saying is true. Then we are disagreeing, no. Then finally, at least we have to go to one side, right? So what we'll do, we will agree that, okay, partly we agree with your statement, but partly we disagree that India is still facing, though it is still there, but Government of India is taking this step to overcome this problem. Fine. And finally, I'll give our final verdict, our final opinion. When I say our final opinion or our final verdict, that doesn't mean what we actually feel in the heart. That okay, no matter what, nothing is going to happen with our country. Sab aisa hi chalta hai. No, we don't have to write that. We have to give a optimistic opinion. In fact, an optimistic solution to the problem. Because when you're discussing problem, we have to give a solution. We are going to become the officers, right? So our mindset should be solution oriented, not only in the examination, but also in personal life. Fine. So these will be the 3 parts of our answer. So initially, we will talk about the introduction and we will agree with the statement. I hope it's visible. Secondly, we will disagree and we will talk about the government schemes. Okay. And finally, since the question was about comment, so हम थोड़ा comment भी कर देंगे, ठीक है? We will finally give our opinion, final verdict, and then we will conclude with our final verdict. Fine. So this is how the answer need to be structured. Okay. So this should be the structure of the answer. Write down the answer for this particular question and try to upload your answer in the comment section or in the application which has been provided. The link of that application has been provided in the description box. But still, let me tell you how a beautiful conclusion can be written in this case. So what we are saying, many a time I have discussed the introduction with you. So for a change, today I have bring this conclusion with you. Conclusion states, United Nations has declared 2016 as the International Year of Pulses. Do you remember? I highlighted that particular fact many times, and I told you we can use this particular fact in writing introduction, in writing conclusion. So we are using that particular fact in the conclusion because जो भी पढ़ा है उसे काम तो लेना है ना, ठीक है? So whatever we are studying, we need to utilize that. Otherwise, what is the point of wasting so much, or investing rather, not wasting, but investing so many hours? Okay, so we are giving the United Nations has declared 2016 as the International Year of Pulses, promoting the cultivation of pulses. So we are finally saying, okay, this is what UN has declared. Now we are saying, see, promoting the cultivation of pulses can help India to overcome the nutrition insecurity. Because do you remember the Global Health Index, right? In the Global Health Index, the rank of India was way behind than many countries. Okay, so we need to increase our international or nutrition insecurity. Fine. So we need to focus upon here. Okay, GHI, Global Health Index. Sorry, not health, but hunger index. Okay. Next, what we need to do? So we are giving the suggestion and we are telling we have to promote the cultivation of pulses because low level equilibrium trap tha na? So we have to overcome that. So we will promote the cultivation of pulses to overcome nutritional insecurity, to improve the soil fertility. So not only for the population, but also for the soil of the country, it is important that we start cultivating more and more pulses. Okay, so we have to improve the soil fertility because do you remember that pulses has a unique ability to fix the atmospheric nitrogen into the soil. So this is what we are talking about, improve soil fertility by nitrogen fixation. Okay, and it provides the income support to the farmers. The government of India has a policy by which they are actually trying to increase the farmers' income by 2022 or doubling the farmers' income, right? They want to double the farmers' income by the year 2022. Okay. So this scheme or this particular crop, which is the pulse, it can also play an important role in increasing the farmers' income. Wherever you get the opportunity to write the income support to the farmers, we have to write because this is the present government is focusing too much into it in a positive way. Okay. So this is what we have to write in the conclusion. I hope this is clear. After writing it, you will be able to tackle any kind of question where the comment is the keyword, right? In the same way, we have to approach other questions also. We have made a series of lecture in pulses, so you can go and watch them also. Apart from this, Geography of India whole module is covered by me. And in that particular module, here too we are discussing in the question answer format. There, I have discussed the whole of your syllabus in a proper and comprehensive manner. So you can also go and check my complete lesson if you like this one. And I hope you liked it. Okay, so please go and check. If you like it, it's fine. And if you don't like it, please give the suggestions. Okay, thank you very much. I am Pooja Singh signing off.